So before I start today's video, I wanted to let y'all know that next week's video will be an update on the crystals because I've learned a lot since my last video and I want to share it with y'all. But today's video is going to be about a paper microscope called a Foldscope. The inventors of the Foldscope were really concerned about people in third world countries who don't have access to expensive microscopes that are bulky and hard to carry around, and yet they still have to diagnose things like malaria. And they came up with this origami microscope that helps diagnose malaria in the field. Now, it's not the best microscope I've ever used, but given its size, it's really, really cool. And I'm going to post a couple pictures on this video of slides that I've taken a picture of. So when you first get your microscope, I got the school version. It came with 20 microscopes all prepared in a little baggie. That way I could give some to friends and family. And when you first get it, it's just this page that's got stuff that you pop out on it. And I'm going to build the microscope with y'all, but if you're going to be building a microscope, it's probably best to use the Foldscope's U-tubes. That's what I used when building mine. But it comes with the page of stuff you pop out to make your microscope base. And then in here we have the lens and a couple couplers. So some of the couplers are used to keep the lens in the microscope. But then they put in some extras so that way you can attach it to your phone and take pictures, which I've done and I will show you. This right here is the lens. The tiny little dot, I don't know if you can see it. Let me shine some light on it. This tiny little dot in the middle of the circle is the lens, and that's what does the magnifying. So as I said, this is the lens. It also comes with a couple other cool things. Little stickers so that you can attach stuff together, and a little sticker for you. And it comes with this field guide. And these are like stuff you'd find in water. There's 22 little images on here. And on the back side, there's descriptions of what they are. So for example, the first one is a nematode, microscopic worms that comprise 80% of all individual animals on Earth, which is living in fresh water. So that'd be this right here. So that's pretty cool as well. You also get this instruction sheet. If you do well reading instructions for building stuff, like if you do Legos, this may be really easy for you. But for people who that's not what comes naturally to them, I would suggest the YouTube. It also comes with this little cotton swabber for cleaning the lens. I found that an actual Q-tip seems to be more effective for me, but do what works for you. So the classroom microscopes come with, I think, 2 slides that are pre-built, and then a couple slide decks that don't have anything on them so that you can analyze your own things. Right now I have a bone cell section, and I'm holding it up for y'all, but you probably can't see very much detail. But you put it in the microscope the way you put in slides for this microscope. And you look through the little hole and you can see cool different things just by doing this. And I'm going to attach a coupler to my camera and show y'all. So you can't see it very well on this camera, but what we're looking at here is the piece of bone cell. And it's long, It starts here and it goes up, 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 up here. And it's nothing spectacular. But the fact that we can see it in this detail from a piece of paper is amazing. Alrighty, so as I said, y'all, this is not the best microscope I've ever used, but it is compact. It is waterproof, actually. I've tested it with this exact microscope. I will show you in my sink in just a minute. And it is awesome that people are using this to diagnose malaria. If you can't afford a nice expensive microscope and you need to travel across Africa, this is awesome. And it's definitely, as you saw with that bone cell, you can see things. So here we are in my bathroom testing how waterproof this microscope actually is, because the Foldscope people claim that it is waterproof. Well, it floats a little bit. Anyways, so we can pull it out, and even though it's like paper stuff, it is still fine, and we can still look through it. And we can put it there for longer if y'all want. So here are the pictures that I wanted to show y'all. I've got one of a skin cell, and I actually forgot what the second one is. But they're beautiful photos of cells that I took using my film camera and my Foldscope microscope. Thanks for watching my review of the Foldscope microscope. Have a great day and see you next week.